Ever since the establishment of Boston's newspapers in 1690, the American people have relied on the news to educate them on the events that are shaping both the country and their everyday lives. However, for as long as the news has been around, it seems, people have used the news to push their own agendas. Now, don't get me wrong, bias is an inherent flaw in almost every major news outlet, such as CNN, Fox News, and the New York Times, but most of these news outlets at least try to twist an existing truth. Some minor publications across social media platforms such as Twitter and especially Facebook have been spreading straight-up lies based on false, completely made-up information with the intention of misleading people who don't exactly know how to fact-check on the internet. Keep in mind, though, this onslaught of fake news has nothing to do with publications like The Onion, where the sole purpose has always been parody and comedy. Now, fake news is by no means a new concept. Arguably, one of the most infamous examples of it is Joseph McCarthy's fabricated crusade against communism, during which he waved around a blank piece of paper that he claimed was filled with the names of 205 communist insurgents that were stationed inside of the state of Wisconsin's government. A more recent example popped up in 2004, when Piers Morgan, yes, that, Piers Morgan, was fired from the Daily Mail for publishing fake photos of British soldiers abusing an Iraqi prisoner. So, at this point, you may be asking yourself, fake news has basically been around forever, so how come it's only now becoming a significant issue? Well, it's simple. Around 62% of Americans and 44% of all American adults get their news from social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter, where tons of these fake news sites run amok. And after a controversial election where most of the public was trusting to be well informed about the candidates they would be casting a ballot for, many citizens were unfortunately misinformed by a barrage of articles that made outlandish statements like this, and this, and this. And even this photo, which was circulating on Twitter for a while, is completely fake. Like, just look at this! No professional, credible source would include a typo like this in an article, let alone the headline. Funnily enough, despite all of this, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg claims that 99% of what people see is authentic on his website. But even if these fake articles only make up 1% of the news found on Facebook, they have a much higher chance to go viral and trend amongst users. Take, for example, a fake article about Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly backing Hillary Clinton and getting fired for doing so. After doing just a little bit of research, you'd realize that the website is hilariously titled End the Fed, which obviously isn't a site that's even remotely credible and is designed from the ground up to get as many clicks as possible. Because who needs integrity and morals when you get that sweet, sweet advertisement revenue? And it really is all about the ad revenue. Think about it. If scholarships aren't working out for you, or you're struggling to get some extra spending money, you could always just make some extra cash by lying to the American public and uploading a fake article onto Facebook. It's so easy! Now, considering that all it would have to take is a visit to the article's source, a simple Google search, or even just a quick trip to Snopes to debunk most of this information, it's hard to say that Facebook is solely at fault here. Although it may seem like a minor inconvenience, fact-checking any information that you come across on the internet is crucial to becoming knowledgeable about current events and becoming a responsible digital citizen. So remember, be alert, be prepared, and stay informed, Spartans.